Today I'm playing Hair Trees Puzzle Dream, a curious puzzle game about rearranging objects to find secret messages. We click on a tree to begin, and we're taken to a tree on a hill in the night. What could it be? Something lives in a little hole? Oh, that's where we're going. Into a hole in the tree. The door is broken. Can we fix it? Yes, we can. And we can see some letters hidden on the door. H, D, A. We've solved one of the puzzles in this tree, but there's more. The door is fixed. We can now go through. There's a little glowing flower. Can we put it inside the light bulb? Yes, we can, and there are letters there. So we have to find the right arrangement. Well, if we put it exactly as it needs to be, we get A, E, D, H. And that's another puzzle solved. And the room's been lit up. We're in level 0. I presume we can now click on various other things to try different puzzles. Yes, let's start with this tree in a jar. Some little bits of leaves fell off. Some are on the sheet, some are on the table. We can put them together. This way they make numbers, but we're looking for letters. Unless what they mean for us to do is treat this as the same grid as the letters, and therefore it's telling us the order, right? So we start 1 in the middle, then 2 above, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there we go. This tree is growing little dots as we solve puzzles. And now a little tree grew on the table. How curious. Well, let's check under the table. There's a book. We've got the book with letters, and we've got a little bookmark that we can overlay here. So we can make it match something maybe. There we go. If we place it here, the dots will align perfectly with B, C, I, G. Let's make our tree grow. We've got another jar on the floor. There's a kitty inside this jar. And it purrs. Do you have a puzzle for me, kitty? No? Okay, that's fine. We'll check out the drawer instead. There are 2 strange horses in the drawer. We can put them together to make some letters. H, B, D, A. Let's not forget to press the tree. Another one solved. A tree also grew in there. Yes, we're growing tree all over this room. Hopefully the tree doesn't grow on the cat. That probably would not be nice. Got little houses on the shelf. Oops, I broke it. I'm so sorry. Little leaf with holes. We can find some letters if we put it on just right. What could be the perfect spot? There are letters on the little pieces, but also letters between the pieces. So we've got to check all of them. Well, here we get C, F, D. No, that is not the answer. Oh, maybe the little edges also have to be something. Oh, like this, we can create an illusion that the house is complete. And then we get I, B, H. There we go. Clever positioning. That's another tree on their floor. What about the butterfly picture? Oh, there's something hidden behind it. A grid of letters, similar to what we see, but I guess we have to form a pattern of how we're gonna go through the letters using those tiles. We can't turn them, we can only move them. So we have to see what path can be formed. How about this then? So then we go A, B, E, H, I, F, C, E. And that's another dot on the tree. This game is very calm and pleasing. Oh, the kitty is out of a jar. Are you looking at the leaf? The house has been reconstructed magically, and we can go inside it. We're going deeper into this bizarre puzzle world. We went in a tree, and now we went to a little house inside the tree. Hi, kitty. Okay, he's going over there. There's a door Well, this door makes it seem like we need to light up all the dots on the tree before we will be let in. So I assume we shall follow the kitty. There's a ladder. Kitty's up there, up top. But what about us? We cannot climb because the ladder's broken. So probably have to go the other way and see what we can find. There's another house. There's something on the floor. How to see? Level 1. Okay, we've moved on to another branch of the tree. There's a seed with little holes and things poking out, so... Okay, we've taken some little leaves and put them over here next to those letters. So we can glue the leaves near some letters or on some letters. Do we have to make it match up with the letters or the dots? Because they all have different shapes, so I assume that will be important. Do we want it to not cover any dots? Do we want it to cover dots or letters? Because yes, we can put the letters inside the tape. But then yes, what other rules are we looking for? And they don't quite fit perfectly in the tape, so that might or may not be it. Maybe instead it's the leaves that go around the letters, like this, right? The D fits there, and the B will fit this one, and then A will fit this one. Yes, that seems a lot better. Oh, and then we get little dots for 1, 2, 3 for the others, for the order. So it's D, A, B. That's our first dot on this branch. Next, let's try out this hole with the dandelion in it. And get some dandelion seeds. And we can make connections between the little floating parts and the seeds. And that then connects with little other pieces that are on the ground. And what does that tell us about letters? I mean, some of those things look like they could be letters, right? If they just had maybe an extra piece added to them. But that would then mean they're not making a connection between the two pieces of the seed. So instead of making connections from top to bottom, we can just try and match those shapes so they start forming a letter, right? So we have an A here, then above it we have an E, so it will probably be E first, then A, because we're going down the branch. This third one down. Even better. If we put it here, it just forms A, B, D, E. Clever. There we go. Another dot. Another puzzle solved. Another little tree grown. Let's go into this hole with a little bush. Okay, we've got some light leaves and dark leaves. So once again, we're gonna have to position it to somehow form letters in the spaces we create between the leaves somehow. What I'm looking for is basically the white leaves making a cutout in the dark leaves. I think that's what's gonna happen. Like here, they match the other leaves quite well. And yes, H-I-F-A. Clever. Each puzzle in this game is kind of a unique take on this concept of matching objects to create letters. It does have a little feeling of like to the left, right? Where you just have to arrange things to get answers. Okay, here we're again using negative space. Like this, we can make I, and then it tells us go left, go up, go right. There we go. And yes, it doesn't always give us letters, right? Sometimes we have to be on a lookout for other types of instruction. Here's the kitty again. Found ya. Now we can open the seed. There appears to be a brain inside. And the ladder. Yes, we were looking for that. Also, it has like marks that could be used for finding letters. Now, there are still puzzles to do here, right? There are more branches on this area, so we continue. Pictures on the wall. Okay, we can move this paper, but the numbers don't move with the paper. So we have to take them with us somewhere. Like some of the lines are stronger, some of the lines are grayed out. So we have to figure out why is it important that the paper and the numbers can be moved separately. Do they match anything on this grid? Because grid with numbers, we've done that before, right? It can tell us which letters to press in which order. But there might be something else hiding here. Like, for example, making a letter I, where it is in this corner. Oh, maybe that's why it's gonna be important, the paper. We're gonna have to recreate the letters, and then when we put the paper on, it covers up the bottom so we can see where the numbers then are, so we know which order to press. Okay, so what else can we match up? Okay, this will make a B. This is basically a G, the 6, right? We can make an F by hiding the 7 on the grid. And that's probably how we make a C, right? We hide this line over there. Same here, we make a D by hiding the 7 a little bit. Then 5 can make an H, 8 can make an E, and 4 can make an A. So now we have the letters, we do this, and we get this order. And therefore we go I, D, B, A, H, G, F, E, C. Clever little puzzles. Now a tree grows out the pictures. Something on the table, a little game with little houses. Okay, we have some marks on the top. So we have one sort of antenna type thing on top, then 2, then 3. So that will tell us the order. But then yes, we can move them. So where do we need to position them for this to align? Because they are placed on some numbers right now, 2 and 3, which means we could put this on 1, but then what does that tell us about which letters we're picking? Like, there are other things on the board, right? Arrows, letters, dots, like dice, like marking from dice for 1 to 3. Because we could move from here, 1, 2, 3. Like, does the arrow tell us to keep moving? So it's 1, then move by an arrow. That's a dot. 2, then move by an arrow. That's B. But we still have to move 3. So 3 and move by the arrow takes us to E. This one's interesting because it has an arrow on each side. So we would have to pick where to go. But we could say, well, if we have to end up on the letter, then we have to move to this arrow because then we go to A. And then for this first one, we can move down by 1. That gives us a C. If I basically consider the arrows to be like a free move. And then 2, but that gets us to a wall. Here, that would take us to a B. But that's just 1 movement. But then could we move back and still end up on a B? That would give us B, E, A. No, that's not it. I've probably constructed way too complicated of a rule in my head for this. Now I'm wondering, with the dot numbers, can I align them like this, right? And then we end up on the letter here, and we end up on the letter here, and we end up on the letter here. There we go. So it's E, F, D. Yes. Yeah, so I was making this way more complicated than it needed to be. What else? We've got a little branch in there that gives light. Do we need to find a place to put it? On the letters? Because the letters could be in the little circles, or we can cover things with the leaves. What are we trying to do this time? Because this is never going to match up to like the winding paths. This straight branch is never going to fit, so we're looking for something else. Like, the leaves can fit into the holes in between, and that gives us ICA. Indeed it does. 1 more puzzle in this area, and then we can move on. Those 2 leaves. Okay, that's not a brain. I was like, there's a brain in there? But that doesn't seem like it. Well, there are cracks, so I think we can potentially hide some of the cracks and make it look like there are letters around. Like, this could be an A, but then the rest of it doesn't show anything. Oh, it seems like if we place it just right, we can again make an illusion of there being big letters. D, E, H. And that's indeed the answer. So that's this area complete, and now we can take our ladder and follow the kitty, even though the kitty reoccurred here again. I assume, yes, we can't go into this house because it's obstructed by vines. So yes, let's take this ladder here. And yes, we have to solve another puzzle because, yes, the ladder is marked up as I expected. There are letters, so F, H, I. The secret incantation for climbing up the ladder. Now we can go meet the kitty up top. There's a broken mirror. That's us. There's a tree growing on our head. We've been infected by the tree puzzles. Okay, but this doesn't seem to be a puzzle in itself. We can just look at us. That's a picture of that house we were just at to solve the puzzles. But that also yet is not doing anything. So we just continue down this corridor to level 2. We have some mushrooms in the corner, more of those house shapes, more little trees growing. Something that looks like a kitty with another kitty on a stick. Ah, it's 2 kitty keys. So once again, we're putting them together to make a shape or multiple shapes. We can overlay them on top of each other or have them like this, but I'm not seeing... Oh, maybe overlay them and then we get C-H-I-F. That's the first one. Kitty keys complete. Let's try the mushrooms then. Okay, a mushroom slice came out. We gotta get those holes over things once again. Find some hidden letters in all of this mess. It's interesting that there are 2 holes on the top of this mushroom. Should that align with something specifically? Oh yes. Like those 2 dots here. Helpful means we don't have to actually like scroll through the whole board. And we get H-C-F-I. There we go. That's our mushroom level complete. And another little tree. Let's try those sticks in the corner then. Okay, they've got light parts, they've got dark parts, and they are little holes. So I assume we've got to rearrange them in the holes specifically so that they form something. It's probably better if the tall ones are at the bottom, because then obviously there is room for them to interact with other things, right? Although that's quite a few things that can possibly form, right? How many letters are we looking for here? We're not looking for letters themselves. Looks like we're getting arrows. Okay, I guess some of it does become gibberish, so we just have to be like, what makes sense? It starts with an F, then go left, down, and right, and that's the code. There we go. What about 2 little houses with leaves on top? So we just get the little roofs with leaves and some letters on a piece of paper and something that looks like a star with holes or some sort of sun. Like the leaves can cover things or it can go in between things potentially. Like, do we want to do something with the star? Like, can we fit the lines in there somewhere so it looks good? Like, this nicely covers some letters and the way the lines goes into the shape here. So then we can do the same with this one. Just looking at the bottom shape, how it fits. And then we get C-I-D. Yes, we do. But there's more puzzles on this tree. This little stump branch. Some interesting mushroom shapes. So other than the mushrooms, we've got this sheet of paper with holes. Okay, so probably again, we're trying to make letters, arrows, something to guide us. Can the outlines on the holes, like, particularly match something? I don't think so. Like, some of them are quite jagged, right? And there isn't any jagged shapes in there. But there is 9 holes, so we can also be looking for numbers because we're pressing all 9 letters once again. That means we have to be fairly centered on this. Oh, maybe a path. Maybe we're looking for a path like this. There we go. So I, F, C, B, E, H, G, D, A. Another branch complete. Another stump on the other side. Oh, we've got leaves with tape again. Well, so do we know how to do this puzzle? Maybe, but maybe also not, because as much as this could maybe fit an A, but it doesn't even fit that A nicely. There's a second one, but it's not the right orientation. The other ones, they're not gonna fit any of the letters we have here nicely. I don't think so. So yes, it kind of looks like the same puzzle we did before, but it seems like the mechanics are different. We still have the dots that could indicate orders, number, like is it placing them on the dots and seeing what happens? It feels like usually what this game is going for is that the letters will be visible, right? So we're probably not playing like, oh, and then it covers up the letter you want to enter, because then you would have to keep moving things to be able to know what you're doing. Oh, this is an interesting one. If we put it on the A, it links all of those dots here. So is that what we're looking for? A letter where if we place the tape on it, we get dot connections. Yeah, that one also fits nicely here. And that one here. Is the number of the dots the order? Or are we going like where they are on the board? Because we have 4 here, 6 here, and 5 here. So maybe it's C-A-F? No, F-A-C? If we're going like counting the dots up or down. No, is it just A, F, C? Yes, just the way they are on the board. Didn't need to count anything this time. 2 more puzzles. One on the stump, one on the picture. Well, let's start with the stump. We've got 2 swirly paths, but one of them can be moved. So we can overlay it in some way here. We can overlay it over the letters. Like, what is the significance of the other swirly path that we cannot move, right? Will things match up in some way? I mean, it doesn't feel like it would. So what else could this mean? I do think we have to use this background one, right? Like, something needs to match up between the two, match up together. Like, do they form a shape together rather than overlaying? They fit within each other. Okay, but then which letters are we reading? D, G, C? Just the ones inside the curls? Yes, just those ones. So one more puzzle on this tree. The picture of a house. Well, we've got a house with a cat in it, but that doesn't solve a puzzle. There's something under the leaves here. So that's the puzzle. The other thing is just we got a house, maybe to do with that house picture we were seeing. 2 sheets of paper with shapes. Once again, we can try and overlay some things, see what they makes. Little houses, maybe letters, maybe arrows, maybe a path. We align it like this. It's a path here. So C, B, E, D, G, H, I, F. Just leaving the lonely A on the board. And that's the area complete. Well, let's take our house and see if we can put it on the picture. Yes, we can. Yes, it gives us letters and it gives us a kitty once again. He just went hiding there. C, D, F, tree. So that solves, again, that top branch. There's some sort of puzzles in between. You're coming with us, kitty? No, this one is just on the picture. That's fine. Where can we go now? This mirror is not doing anything. But it might be like this house picture, right? Where we later do something. But yes, if we did the house on the picture, maybe this house is now, yes, where it needs to be. And the kitty's here. He's taking us deeper in to level 3. Lots of shelves, lots of objects on the shelves, and lots of puzzles. So let's go from the top. This is the topmost thing we can click. There's little wispy things in it. One of them is already stuck to the board. And what will that tell us? We want to stick them to specific letters, but in what way, right? Do we want to form something at the top? Like a pattern would form if we put it on the right spots on the board? It's probably something to do with the one that can't be moved, right? Like, can we make a whole flower with it like this? Although then they're not perfectly positioned on the... Yeah, that one just goes out of the place. Yes, so that makes them into a complete flower, but then they're either not on the board or overlapping, so not quite what we're looking for, I think. So what sort of pattern do we need them to form? We can make them not touch, maybe. That's potentially a possibility, although it might be hard with some of the bends we have. I mean, especially with this one being kind of glued across other things. So that might also not be it. The flower must be special in some way, right? It's different, so what does it then tell us about the other pieces? Oh, can we maybe have it like surrounded where the little fans match the flower indentations? I mean, this is already falling apart, so maybe not. Because yeah, that is definitely a shape, right? Better than the one I made previously. But how do we make that match the grid? I mean, it probably depends where I place this, but I'm limited to placing it here, right? Because that one is glued. Oh, it's not that they pin where we need to click. They form the dots that tell us the order. So it's G, E, F. Yes, there was an additional layer I wasn't quite seeing. I thought they were gonna point to the letters we have to use, but then yes, what would be the order without this extra information? That's our first tree on a shelf. Let's make another one. So we've got some snaking vines and a piece of paper. So I assume it has to match up something, go around something once again. Like the buds at the end meet something. Keep an eye out for any letters or numbers, arrows, paths, right? We don't know which one of the ways of telling us they're gonna use. Okay, so we can overlay the two vines so that they form circles. So then, yeah, can we place something in the circles to make something? Because yeah, we get D, right. Oh, there we go. I like the little mixes of where things go, right? In everyone, even though we're using quite similar mechanics, it's like, oh, and now it's matching the two things on top of each other and then matching them on the paper and then doing the extra steps. So it's different each time, even though the mechanics are similar of just moving objects in the right places. And now I assume we have to put those things into the right holes to form something. Form shapes, again, are we trying to make them touch and intersect? Are we trying to make them not touch in some ways? Like, when they intersect, they could potentially form letters. Yes, this is starting to take shape, like this. D and C, and then finally an A. D, C, A. Next one is this house, which unfolds. Ah yes, we get another path situation, but now it's cut into more pieces. Well, we know those two will have to come together, right? Otherwise this isn't going to work because nothing else has half a piece. Then we have two empties, so we have to avoid that cutting off the path. Or maybe those are not together. Maybe they will be like joining over another full tile. Because then maybe we could do something like this, and then that makes it go up this way, but then we can overlay it like this, but then we have nowhere to put this piece, so it's not quite working. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe if we put it here, so that gives us C, F, I, H, E, D. No, I may have again overdone it in terms of the mechanics. Like maybe we're not allowed to cover the pieces up. That's just too easy. But if so, what does it mean for us here? Right, because the problem becomes that with the pieces we have, we're gonna loop on ourselves. So it does feel like we need to overlap in some way, but potentially maybe in a way that still fills the board. So this one, it can connect with this piece, but then it's impossible. So then we can have it with the straight line. That lets us at least turn here. And then we get to do this, but then, I guess we just ignore this half. Oh, we could push this here and then we fill that hole and it's good. And then that goes up here and this can fill the empty spaces because then we have the full board, right? That sounds like that would make the correct answer. So we then go C, F, I, H, E, B, A. Yes, the tree is satisfied with our answer. Another house. With a kitty. Multiple kitties. Okay, we have to make our answer using kitties. So what can we do? We can probably form some letters using those kitty tails. If we just place them right. Like this one. Could maybe make a B with some help. Like the kitties have to work together to make some letters. But then what's the next one? Now everything is looking more like numbers or arrows than letters. Are we using just the tails or can we use the bodies of the cats, right? Like we probably, well, this made a B. We probably don't want to cover those lines, right? We want to have them visible. Well, we can definitely make numbers, so maybe... because then there's a letter on the top of the cat's head. Okay, so we have 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. So it's I, C, D, A. There we go. Thank you, kitties! Now we're off to the houses on the floor. This one's got berries. Lots of berries. Okay, those ones down here are taped on, so we can't move them. So we just have to find the right top to put on them, or find something to put on them. Like, would they match up in terms of filling the empty spaces in? I mean, this one works here, and this one works with none of them. This one's also not going to work, because that's too many. Okay, I guess it's just a coincidence that this one matches. Because it also doesn't like just straight up overlay on the letters in a way that makes sense. So there has to be something to do with those bottom sticks, otherwise why would they be there? Can they go in between? Like, this would match, right? So like we pretend there are berries at the end of those broken sticks. And then this would match, and then this top here, it's touching letters. So maybe. Yeah, this is starting to form a pattern, and that gives us G, A, F, C, E. Yes, it does. That was a tricky one to see, like how this was all going to add up, but we made it. Got this little house on legs. Is it full of snakes? No, just some little ribbons. Okay, so we've got those pieces of ribbons. They're actually pretty small, but there's also like little shadows on the paper, so that may help us figure out, like, it might be basically like stylized letters, right? So this would make an F. This looked like it could make an H if we add the right shadows, and then an E. So E, H, F. Indeed it is. One more puzzle in this area. Another house. Ah, the door fell off. I'm sorry. But that lets us take a door, and we will be able to use that somewhere. Oh, and now we've got a puzzle in the corner with some house pieces. So we have to make this fit together somehow in a way that also gives us letters. Like the overlap will create something maybe. So they will have to overlap by quite a bit if there are letters to be formed, but not so much that it's unreadable. Like this feels like almost something, right? Like H, A, and E, but not quite. It's too messy. It's too messy. Like the game has generally been very like, when the letters are there, they're there. Although it's also been tricksy sometimes because it gives us like things that look fragments of letters, and you go, okay, I'm trying to find them, but then it turns out it's like arrows or number dots. So we've gotta watch out for those things. Okay, almost something? Yes, okay, so it is A, H, and F. Yes, indeed. Okay, so we're moving on to what seems to be like a last area on this tree. I'm not sure if then we get another tree, or is it? Kitty, yeah. I knew you were there. I can see your eyes glowing. Oh yes. Back to this house, but that's not what the door is for. Of course, this will open, which might lead us to more puzzles, or might lead us just outside of here. Hi, kitty. He's gone into the mirror. That's us with the door. And if we place the door, we get 1, 2, 3. D, B, F. That's the third puzzle on the little branch up top solved. And that's now a door to the final area, I presume, at least on this tree. Just some cute animal carvings, a llama, an ostrich, 2 kitties, and a fish, and a hole in the wall. Well, let's check out the llama pieces. We've got some llama heads and a little plant. Okay, do the llama heads fit on the leaves? Fit with the leaves? Fit with each other? Because this one, yes, if I put him here, will actually complete the sleeve. But then what's the other bit, right? Because the other ones, they're like quite big for them to be just leaves. Like they can form a big misshapen leaf, I guess, if I put him there. And where does the third guy go? Are the eyes overly important? Because if I try to put him on the other side, he kind of covers everything up. So what is the meaning of this? Do they have to match up with each other? Oh, do they actually do match up with each other? So it's a llama eating a leaf. And then we get C, I, F, G. Yeah. Goodbye, little llama. Thank you for the puzzle. There is a butterfly picture. Now it changed. Changed into something else. Again, are we overlapping things to form something? Feels like we're forming a letter or letters from the overlaps. Like kind of some shadow thing going on again. Nothing seems to quite match perfectly with each other. They do have an order, right? Like this piece is on top of all the other pieces. And then this one is underneath everything else. So that's probably of some importance of how things go together, right? Because then we can have a shape on another shape, but still not quite sure where and how. Oh, this? C, E, F? Yes, it is. Now, in the little ostrich planter, we have flowers growing. So this one is in the ground, we can't move it, but those ones here, we can. So once again, how will this connect with each other? We've got little branches that are curled, branches that are not curled. Are things going to touch together? Are they going to overlap in some way? What does this feel like? There does seem to be a way where like circles can form out of the little branches. So that might be something like that. But obviously, how do we decide when that's good? Yeah, also like we can form a bit of a canopy. And yes, then we get another circle here. So maybe that's what we're trying to make. Like make this look like one unified shape at the top. And yes, then we get circles. A, C, F. Pretty flowers. And then more and more trees just growing all over. The little star. Ooh, that just turned the light off. And we can see the kitty hiding. And we can see puzzles in the dark. Also, all of the animal eyes are glowing now. But yes, before we go into the dark box, how about the kitty heads? Okay, that just gives us a little cube, but not a puzzle yet. We have to get both of them. And then we can have a puzzle. Okay, we've got 2 cubes. I assume we're gonna have to overlay them over those shapes in order to make lines that then tell us something. Or, you know, there's a kitty head at the bottom. Found the kitty, rather than the answers. So again, it could form letters, maybe, but it could also form numbers or give us some sort of path. Like we can form various shapes with the cubes. And it even kind of looks like an arrow. Oh, this looks like a grid with corners crossed out. And then this gives us the dots for the orders. So we get D, E, F, H, B. Just leaving the corners out. So now time for the fish. What you got for me, little fishy? Some pieces of see-through paper with fishies. Are they fishies? Are they letters? Are there numbers? What could it possibly be this time? I mean, there's also dots, so we probably have to watch out for those forming something, not just the fishy shapes. And that's us on the boat with the tree on our head. Do we need to catch a fish? Right? Like, does that matter? We just try the different fishes, see if that gets anywhere. Obviously, we can't be like too far in the corner, because then there isn't enough overlaps for things to form. This is looking like something. Yeah, we've got numbers. There we go. So yes, we're catching a fishy. Actually looks like a fish. And that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All the letters this time. Okay, we've got the fishy, we've got all the animals. This butterfly is also something. This looks like it's going to be a path. Some of it's already glued on, so we just have to find the other connection. potentially with some overlaps between things, like, because otherwise how would we fill this all in, right? Because yeah, also those areas of the way those branches go, that would be too small of turns to just fit in the grid of letters we have. So I assume we're making the outlines and the path at the same time, potentially. Like this, we're filling some edges and a line, but then we also need something, yes, to join here, so we get the grid edges. This fits here, and then this goes here, and yes, that gives us A, B, E, D, G, H, I, F, C. All the letters again. 2 more puzzles in this room. Another butterfly. It flew away. It left us with a picture. Okay. We've gotta make something out of those houses and the shadows. Or the lights, really. It's the light pieces that we're overlapping. I mean, this basically looks like a letter H, but again, that seems too simple, potentially. Like, how does it come together? Do we get overlaps between the white pieces, or only between that and the houses? Like, do they even just go straight into the house pieces, right? Could it be, like, doing something with the triangles? I mean, it doesn't feel like it, right? It's fairly square. What would it form? With the borders at the bottom, like, would that help in any way? Because then we could form maybe different letters. Like this sort of looks like a G almost here, and then an I, but then this isn't quite right then. The other way around? Yes. Then it's a C, G, and I. One more, and whatever's behind that final door. So yes, now we need to turn the lights off and see what we have here among the stars. Some hidden paths, hidden letters, numbers, grids. Like, we can make dots go on dots, or we can make lines go between the dots. What's the best option here? The lines can connect and form a shape as well. Like this and this. I mean, yes, but also what is it? Is it a path? Just it doesn't look quite right, but it's not as the previous paths, which were going from square to square. It's more of a star shape with lit up dots. Is it like based on how lit up they are, right? So if we treated this as the grid of letters, it would go H, F, A. Although then those 3 are like hard to say which is one is lit up more, so maybe that's not the way. Like, I like that it makes a star shape, but then what does that tell me? How do I follow this path? Oh, maybe just through this connection, so then we do like go around the whole path without turning back. That will give us H, A, F, G, B, I. Yes, it does. Okay, that's everything on our tree. So I assume we go back now to the door at the crossroads. Will it let us through now? Yes, we can now place it to match. And then that forms yet another code. A, B, E, C. And the door opens. We go through and we see a light at the end of the tunnel. A chair. It's our throne outside the tree. Just have a little sit down with our cat. Come on, kitty. Yes. It goes on our lap and he purrs. And that's it. Just a little adventure of going inside a puzzle tree so that we can have a chair, so that we can have a lap for our cat to sit on our lap. And somehow we're sitting under the tree, but the tree is also growing on our head. A bit surreal around here. And that's it. That's the whole game. Just a little cute puzzle game. Nothing too deep. Just little clever object arrangement puzzles. Is there more? Or do we just get to look at things? Ah, no. There is more. Okay. It's the credits. We have to construct the credits. Game by stone? Is that you? Is that your self-portrait? Just a little hexagon with 2 eyes? playtesters, all the people that helped out, music by those people. It's very nice, calming music. Special thanks, all my supporters and you. Well, thank you. Our kitty. Okay, so there's a few more objects we can inspect. Okay, that's just the puzzle we've done. Yes, okay, so this just lets us revisit the puzzles across the levels if we want to. And yes, everything's completed. That's also glowing, but when I press that, it's just giving me the menu. So it's like, go back, you finished the game. Yes, thank you for playing. Well, we must pet the kitty, and we must say goodbye. So yes, as I was saying, just a little cute puzzle game, you know, to relax ourselves after playing some deeper puzzle games and games linking to more grim stories. So hopefully you've enjoyed this little puzzle interlude, and if you did, consider liking or subscribing. Thank you to channel members for supporting the channel, and I will see you soon on another adventure.